Ladies and gentlemen, sit on down, grab yourself a nice little snack, maybe a beverage of some sort, because it's time for Brawl Report. You guys know YouTuber things every now and again. If you guys have been enjoying the content here on the channel, it'd go a really long way if you would consider subscribing. I know it's a lofty goal and I don't set these very often, but I would love to hit 1 million at the end of 2024. Huge goal, but hey, we'll see what happens. Big stuff coming for 2024 and I'm always going to try my best here for you guys. Much love, much love. But we are starting this video off here today discussing a really important topic, something incredibly bizarre that happened here recently inside the community, which is mainly the focus of any Brawl Report episode. What's going down in the community? Well, our video that I just released here today was about a matchmaking bug, a very bizarre thing that allowed you to queue into matchmaking very fast and against opponents that didn't necessarily make sense that you would be going up against, right? Because of this, we are seeing individuals getting these insane milestones, much like Bobby setting the Piper world record in just 11 hours, utilizing the crazy matchmaking. I saw tweets from Ez Levy, for example, tweeting out saying, "Who else abused MM today?" It looked like Ez Levy managed to get 7 different rank 35s just because of the matchmaking, bro. Now, the crazy stuff doesn't stop there. I am telling you, some of the most insane world records went down because of this matchmaking, right? So literally just the other day, we were discussing a wild world record that was being set, and that is a world record for Shelly. I don't remember what they ended up on, but I believe it was close to like 4,500 trophies on Shelly, an individual brawler, which was groundbreaking. No one has ever been able to get that far. I believe the highest before was like 3,900-ish. But it's hilarious. A video we made just like 2 weeks ago-ish highlighting this amazing world record was now just diminished because of this world record, and people have a lot to say about it. If you come to the individual brawler leaderboards, we are seeing some wild things here. We have this one for Dynamite, One Trick Dyna, 4,691 trophies, bro. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's the only brawler they pushed, right? Such a cursed account, man. But they have a 374 win streak, getting all the way up here in trophies. Obviously, this is not obtainable from a normal individual push, right? Adding a bit more context on this specific Dynamite grind here, we have Ash saying some players are exploiting the new matchmaking to farm insane brawler trophies with multiple accounts. This Dynamite player was able to push from 2,000 trophies to over 4,000 in just a few hours. So yes, they're getting really high utilizing this matchmaking, but they're also doing some other bizarre stuff. I don't know if it's technically win trading. I guess it might be classified as that because there's a little bit more evidence on that here later. But yes, they're utilizing this matchmaking insta-queue, but they're also queuing up with different accounts and stuff like that. So as you can see here, Ash showing some proof, just getting ridiculous amounts of trophies all the way up here, grinding it out. It's wild, some of these milestones. But bro, it does not stop there. There are plenty more. Coming over here to the Colt leaderboard, a 4,503 trophy Colt. Kind of the same exact situation going on here, right? There's a ridiculous win streak, a account specifically dedicated to a Colt, right? They're only power level 10 too. My gosh, man. But the other most bizarre thing is they don't have a name, which is something that you'll see consistent throughout these really bizarre milestones. It's leading me to believe that possibly it could be one individual person, a friend group, right? We have like a few people just doing this together, or some other means being utilized here, but very bizarre. We have a Colt at 4,503 trophies without a name. Ridiculous. Oh baby, it does not stop there. We have the Carl leaderboard, 4,685 trophies. Similar build. Once again, their name is Brawler this time around, but a crazy ridiculous win streak, 374 trophies, only 886 3v3 victories, and of course the only effort being put into this count is into the Carl, right? 4,685 just because of this matchmaking bug. I believe there's a few other brawlers here that managed to achieve this as well. We have Bo, One Trick Bo. Same thing, dude. This has to be an organized thing where potentially this is like one individual, possibly one person and a friend group doing the same exact thing, just because of the uncanny similarities between the accounts, right? It's just the Bo. Probably the One Trick Dyna kinda person, right? Utilizing the same thing, but yeah, another ridiculous milestone on the bow, crushing world records. But yeah, you guys get the point. I believe the highest win streak going on here at the minute is a Mandy push, which we are getting close to here. Yeah, 4,689 trophies. Once again, no name there and a ridiculous win streak. That's crazy, man. Absolutely insane. Like, what is this? I wonder if they aren't having a name here to not get banned. I don't know, but they have a tag, so I don't think that would circumvent anything there. Really, really bizarre. Oh, Buster. Hello. Okay, this one a little bit different. Obviously, the highest trophy is not very high or anything like that, but utilizing the same exact thing for the Buster Madness and a similar win streak. It's leading me to believe that 329 wins is how many it took to get to this 4,500-ish trophy range, right? Because they just end on the same win streak. That's crazy. But that is all I am seeing here. But yeah, you guys can see just a ridiculous matchmaking bug going on here, if you ask me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then to wrap up all of this wildness, we have once again some input from Ash here saying trophy inflation is not a good thing for the future of the game. It devalues the significance of earning trophies. The prestige of pushing brawlers to rank 35 or even as high as 2,000 trophies will become meaningless. And I couldn't agree more, dude. Sometimes these trophy glitches or bugs with matchmaking, it's happened in the past and it does devalue previous world records, which is something that you don't want in a game. At the very least, I do have to say that the glitch was enjoyable. It was a fun time, and I heard a lot of people also saying the same exact thing, right? It was a good time having fun with insta-queue matchmaking. It just didn't make it as boring of a push, but hey, we'll have to see what comes of this. Maybe the dev team will do something about the glitch. Who knows? I was even seeing like some really crazy outlandish speculation about this trophy glitch that maybe the dev team is preparing for higher ranks, like getting the matchmaking queued up in a different way for, like, you know, rank 40s or rank 50. But I think that's a bit too crazy outlandish speculation. But hey, maybe someday. We have been seeing a lot of people pushing past rank 35. It might make sense to eventually do that. It would be hype as heck, man. I'm all here for it. Moving along to our next segment here, which I'm very excited for. As you guys know, or maybe you don't, a long-standing series here on this channel has been Brawl Pass auto collections, which of course I haven't done in a very long time, ever since the creation or the introduction of the Star Road, seeing that we really don't get that much hype stuff without boxes out of Brawl Pass auto collections. But I was greeted with this, not really thinking of it when I opened up my main account, because as you can see, this Brawl Pass season's auto collect, season 22, is 1 legendary star drop and 54 regular star drops on top of everything else that the Brawl Pass had in it. So dude, I don't know. Make sure to let me know if you guys are thinking maybe we should bring back the Brawl Pass auto collections, because this was crazy. Heading straight away into it, again, I caught this off of a screen record because I wasn't expecting 54 star drop. It was early in the morning. I didn't know anything about it, okay? So it was wild. So steamrolling through this, we'll speed through it so it's not crazy. We actually got quite a few really interesting rarity drops. Of course, a lot of rares, but I did get a couple mythics and a couple legendaries in here as well. Legendary, baby. So that's kind of technically the second legendary. 500 tokens there, right to the fame. Oh, I didn't even recognize that this was even a thing. Dude, it's fun not having everything on your account, right? Dude, back-to-back skins with the mythic star drop. Oh my gosh. Legendary. My heart was about to stop. 1,000 credits that time, right to the fame, baby. Getting close to that. Mythic. Hey, not bad. I don't know why I don't have that. Mythic again, back-to-back. This happened, I think, yesterday, and I forgot all about it. Double mythic is pretty hype, but a lot of rares, obviously. Mythic, let's go. Another 200 credit. Another 200. Not bad, right? That's a crap ton of star drops that just was plastered on me. It was fun. Very, very fun. Brawl Pass Auto Collect might have some potential now. Our next segment here in Brawl Report is actually a really, really exciting one. Taking a look at a tweet coming up 5 hours ago at the point I'm recording this video. We did it! 16 billion takedowns in way less than 2 weeks. The free legendary star drop is now in the shop. While at the same time, we have Mastery Madness, Coin Shower, double daily star drops, and double XP for the remainder until February 9th. So push those masteries, people. Have a good time with it. It should be a really, really good time here for the next couple days in Brawl Stars. I would love to hear if you guys happen to get anything exceptional out of the legendary star drop. These events have been a very, very good time in Brawl Stars recently, I do have to say. I really look forward to them. They've been coming around basically once a month. Every single Brawl Pass season, they seem to come around, and I hope they keep coming around. The event is just a a really great time. We'll have to wait and see. Man, it was a great time. And 16 billion is quite wild, dude. Moving along to some really interesting stuff. I do have a bigger segment coming up about Brawl Stars China. Again, there has been several other implementations to the build that are incredibly interesting and unique, but I at least wanted to tickle your guys' interest here with this. At least I saw this over on Twitter by this user here, Brawl Stars OU, saying Chinese Brawl Stars has a new update to show Brawl Stars stories. Take a look at this, dude. Chinese Brawl Stars is really implementing a ton of unique content. You guys can debate whether or not you like it. There's a lot of gacha involved and stuff like that, even with skin purchases and stuff, but I don't know, stuff like this is really interesting. We have Spike getting some information, I'm not sure, opening up a little present, something about Brawler stories. So he opens it up, the animation is awesome, and look at this, whatever this is. Game select, possibly stats or statistics. Let's see what it goes. Okay, so it looks like just information of some sort. Man, I wish I could read it. But again, you can just see there's some really interesting implementations here. Oh, what is this? Okay, man, it's so crazy, dude. Since they announced that the Chinese version of Brawl Stars was going to diverge, right? It was going to start implementing their own content into their build. Every single update since then has made the Chinese version of Brawl Stars just a completely different game, it feels like. I mean, just fast forwarding through this video here, if we're taking a look at some of this UI, it looks like there are even more currencies. We have this gold currency with a crown. We have a red currency of some sort. Kind of looks like a exclamation mark upside down. I'm not sure what that is. Interesting. And then a blue star currency. Bizarre. I would love to hear a little bit more input. It's kind of the fun thing about the Chinese version of Brawl Stars is like, you kind of get it, but you kind of don't. You just see that new crazy stuff is being implemented and you love to see it. It's really interesting. But again, I'm going to be taking a bigger deep dive into this version and some of the newer things that have been introduced over here. It's crazy. It's wild, but really interesting. Dude, hey, I forgot about this next segment of Brawl Report. Who says we have to be serious about everything? I laughed my freaking butt off when I first saw this. Typical Edgar plays, if you ask me. Look at this. Look, okay. Pause the hypercharge. Okay, still BMing. Loses. Then the transition with the thumbs up is hilarious. Oh, it's so good. Freaking Edgar, man. Moving along, guys. It's fair to say that Larry and Lori are still absolutely broken, to the point where I've been seeing a lot of rage in the community, especially over on Reddit. The whole, like, people are quitting Brawl Stars because of this, I don't think is all that far-fetched. And I think it's a thing that needs to be discussed. It's been a reoccurring thing now inside of the community with these last few releases of Brawlers. Kit, Miko, Larry, and Lori, they have been a bit too broken, if you ask me, so much so that they're defining the meta all around them. And it's exactly what you don't want to see. I feel like a good example is the Kit dilemma, right? Kit was insanely busted for quite some time, ridiculously broken. You could argue some of the reason why because of that was bugs, but you don't like to see a brawler going from the best in the game to where they're at right now. Kit has fallen off so astronomically far, it's ridiculous. It is one of the biggest falls from grace I've ever seen in Brawl Stars history. Again, it could have been due to most of the bugs. It's why Kit was absolutely busted before, was bugs, but it's not something that I want to see repeated, right? Larry and Lori are at that tier of brokenness in the game, if not more. And I know we really want Larry and Lori to get a nerf, but what I don't want to see is the same exact thing happening with Kit, where Larry and Lori are now going to be like really bad. I want them to be balanced. But with that little tangent out of the way, this is a good example of some of the discussions that we've been seeing over here on Reddit. We're on Twitter. Ash just relayed the details from Ninja33910, but I couldn't agree more. Comparing the brokenness of the Lori bot in the game. Number attacks for Brawler 5 burst. So is that to get the super? But health goes to Nita's bear, of course, Bruce. Damage with one attack, definitely the Lori bot, dealing an insane amount of damage compared to Bruce. Chip damage at a range, 600. Supercharge rate per hit, 57%. Number of attacks needed, 2. Crazy. Speed, fast. Movement to enemy will attempt to juke. Can track enemies in bushes, yes and yes. Of course, Bruce has that as well. And then range, normal, more damage up close. And then Bruce's is short. And then Jesse's turret over there. You guys can move. But it's true. I feel like Bruce has historically been pretty dang oppressive as a pet in this game. One of the best pets, in my opinion. Just requires an immediate addressing, right? You have to take out the Nita Bear. You have to waste your ammo, but you gotta get rid of it. But the same goes for Larry and Lori, with not that much less HP than Bruce, but does so much more than Bruce. It's kind of one of those ideas where it's like, what were you thinking when you were implementing Lori? Did you foresee this might be an issue here in the future, right? Especially with all the abilities that come with Larry and Lori, the gadgets, the star powers. It's crazy. And speaking of funny, goofy, broken things with Larry and Lori, it doesn't end. I ended up coming across this clip and I thought it was incredibly hilarious. Some of the funny mechanics that Larry and Lori have in this game. Take a look at this. So we have the Gale using a twister to separate the two. Then they force Lori to go throughout the entire maze utilizing the gadget that make them come together very, very quick, right? Do you see how fast he was? How fast is that movement speed? It's got to be ridiculous. I would love to see the increase. Like, how fast is that actually going? We have percentages in this game like Rico's star power movement speed increase being like somewhere in the 30s. But what would this be? Look how fast he's moving. That's awesome. That's so funny, man. Just Larry and Lori all around are such goofy, broken brawlers. We'll see. Maybe at the time that you guys are watching this video, they'll get a nerf. I know it's deserved. It should most definitely be coming around the corner. You guys can rest assured on that one. They won't leave Larry and Lori too broken for a very long time. But it would be nice to have an emergency nerf like ASAP. You guys have to let me know what you're thinking about some of the stuff we discussed here in this episode today. I like the vibe of these Brawl Report videos. They're just kind of hanging out, taking a look what the community is having to say here recently. And yeah, it's a great time and hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. If you are, hey, make sure to slap a like on it. I appreciate that. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day and we'll be talking super soon, everyone. Adios and take care.